Hello, my name is Joe, and welcome to another edition of Joe's Super Fantabulous PC Gaming Channel, where I'm having fun in Elder Scrolls Online. And let's see, I'm here in the Alakir Desert, just having fun with Dolems, just because. Oh, you know what? If I'm having fun with Dolems, maybe I should also put on a XP scroll. That way, I can get a little bit of extra XP, which will contribute towards champion points. These are kind of fun because they're very easy. There's, as you can see, lots of people here to hit the Dolem with me, so I'm not having to do it by myself.
From deep beneath Citadel, I summon Vangaril. Consume them, each one.
I always like listening to Molag Bal. Of course, then again, that's because he is voiced by none other than Malcolm McDowell, who I've always been a fan of. This is the fun part about the Alakir Desert, is that there's usually these Dolem parades that are running around out here in the desert and smashing Dolems all day and all night long. The Dolem spawns are moving from east to west, so just kind of go down and there are only 3 Dolems here for the zone, so you just keep going from right to left and hitting them as they spawn. And it's good for some experience, some jewelry, maybe to fill in any missing things in the sticker book for this zone. As you can see, these groups go through the Dolems very quickly. There are many times where I've seen a Dolem coming down, and before I could get within range of it, it was already defeated. Because there's just so much DPS in these groups that they just absolutely destroy everything the Dolem spawns and kill the boss in very short order. So it helps to have a fast mount. Okay, and here they are. The Dolem is spawning. It's always quite a performance when these things form. Yoink! And I'll take that. Well, that boss didn't survive the length of time my ultimate was up because of everybody beating on him. These have always been a lot of fun for me. Yeah, I use them to test out new DPS specializations and try out defensive tactics. It's kind of a nice, safe environment in order to get things tested in. Ah, dead horse? Go, Super Cat, go! Alright, so the next Golem on the list, let's see, where is that darn thing? Ah, crud, there's so many icons here. I'm forgetting where the Golem is. Oh, there it is. I was going to say, by the time I get there, it will be dead at the rate these guys trash these places. Oh! Good thing fire's a buff for me. Yoink! Yeah, the Alakir Desert is like this all the time. It's just like 24/7 Golem beatings. So a lot of people will have fun coming here to grind a few champion points out or have other fun. Whoops, you know what? This is not the closest one. There's a lot of crud in the way. Maybe I should go to this Golem, or this shrine. There we go. Yeah, see, this shrine is much closer. Oh, it's so sad for bosses that zone in here. It's basically you're being tossed into the meat grinder. I almost feel sorry for them. Usually this kind of fun continues until your bag fills up, which mine will fill up very soon. I wasn't expecting to do Golems, but I thought, while I'm in the neighborhood, why not? Wait a minute. Oh, she jumped past the shrine. I want to be able to use the shrine in order to take advantage of the free transportation from it. The dolems come down constantly, so basically when one dolem is defeated, another one spawns. So these groups are able to basically drive spawning of dolems by killing them faster. The faster these anchor pinions are pulled out, the faster we get a boss for the dolem. The amount of enemies that the dolems spawn is variable. It depends on how many players there are. The dolems are capped in terms of the number of critters that they will spawn, which is why these groups are able to smash them so quickly, because there's probably more DPS than the dolem was designed to accommodate. So as a result, because the dolems adjust their spawn rates based on the number of players participating, it is possible to solo a dolem as long as you have decent gear. That's right. This dolem here is just a bit south. I was expecting it to be more west, but they distributed the dolems in this zone in more of a 90-degree angle than than in a line. Okay, although I don't hear Molag Bal, as you can see, I see the subtitles indicating that he's talking. Sometimes it doesn't always play the audio. That's just an ESO quirk. But that way, when he starts speaking, you know that the Delve boss is coming, and the Delve boss always appears in the same location, as does the rewards. I have a little bit of room left in my bag. Might as well fill it up.
My subjects failed me. They deserve to be destroyed.
Now, that's another quirk of ESO occasionally. When you don't hear Molag Bal's voice when it's supposed to, sometimes you hear it on a delay. As you heard there, it was being played after the dolem was already completed. And this is just a quirk that has existed for, well, as long as I played ESO. Oh, also another quirk that most players may not realize, when you have two players playing ESO, they can potentially hear different dialogue. The dialogue is chosen at random and is not the same for everybody for the dolem. So everyone hears Molag Bal's voice, but what he says each time is basically randomly pulled from a queue. So one player might hear one bit of dialogue and another will hear something completely different. Things you learn when you play with other people. Solo players will never realize that what they're hearing is not what everybody else is. Oh, guys, pull the pinion. There we go. Because this continues until all the pinions are pulled. I'm making sure to get an AoE down at the boss's location because the boss will be DPS so fast that they may die before I could, wind up like a heavy staff hit. So by laying down AoE at that location, I'm guaranteed to tag the boss for, credit for killing him. Nothing is worse than getting to the Golem and thinking that you're about to hit something and then it dies before you can even get off a heavy attack, and then you don't get any credit. That's happened to me with dragons as well. Who Dat Dog is here in Twitch chat saying, howdy y'all. Hey, howdy, welcome to the stream. If you're just joining me on Twitch, hi, my name is Joe, and welcome to another edition of Joe's Super Fantabulous PC Gaming Channel, where I'm having a little fun in Elder Scrolls Online. It's just a little PVE fun as I'm wandering through the Alakir Desert, smashing golems. This guy's just kind of standing around getting hurt. Oops. Yeah, he's not pulling the pinion either. Well, that's okay. I'll do that. Alright, I see another one. Okay, good. It's out. See, these guys are killing these golems so quickly that the boss from the last spawn is still laying here dead. So whatever it is that just beamed down has to be killed inside of the husk of the previous boss. The fun part about ESO is that all of the zones have these various different group events. And then various chapters will spice it up a bit with something a little new. Well, that is the big zones, I should say. So the base game zones have golems, Elsewhere has dragons. Greymore has the Harrow Storms, and so on. Let's see, Somerset has the water spouts. They all basically serve the same function. A bunch of bad things spawn at a given location. Players can fight them and get treasures. There are several different waves, followed by a boss. And well, Elsewhere, I guess, is the one deviation from that. The dragon is basically the big bad, and sometimes they spawn ads, but not always. Whoops, my bags are officially full. Oh no. Well, time to call a vendor. Here, come buy my junk.
Care to bargain?
You bet. Oops, and good. I have apparently a lot of junk to sell. And potentially a bit more. Let's see if anything's down here. Sometimes there will be some forgotten items. Nope, I guess not. Not this time. Okay, just making sure I've looted everything else. All right, and since my bags are just about full, might as well go and deconstruct anything that I don't actually need. I happen to like Northern Elsewhere because ever since the Flames of Ambition DLC, we received the ability to
Who wouldn't want
travel
such a
outside
cozy
of our
home?
houses.
So, I recently
So it
traveled
basically
past
becomes a
Tunu's
free
temple.
teleport
I hate to
to a
say it,
location that's
but
right
I
next to a
think the
shrine, from
monks there
which,
have
of course, you
collapsed.
can travel to
Fancy say
any part
that.
of the shrine network
They
for
said
free.
they were chasing butterflies, but I couldn't see any.
Okay, let's see. I think I have just about everything. Yeah, everything is researched here. So that means that all this stuff is just junk for me. Well, although, actually, I have some other characters that might be able to benefit from that. So let me see. How much space is there in my guild bank? I actually play multiple accounts in ESO. And if you're wondering why, it comes in handy with things like sharing vampire bites, werewolf bites, shrine
The
unlocks,
Women
and
Bank is
whatnot
an
with
honorable
myself.
institution.
So I don't have to go around, well, could somebody give me a werewolf bite? And I was like, I'll just bite myself. In the World of Warcraft, which is the MMORPG that I started in, it was commonplace to multi-box, to play multiple accounts simultaneously. Now, Elder Scrolls is different in that they don't have a prohibition against you having multiple accounts, but they do specifically have a EULA prohibition against playing all those accounts using key cloning software where I send one command to one client and it's replicated to another. So that's a no-no. But it's okay to have multiple accounts, and so yeah, like I said, I've got my other account that helps me with all those unlocks, especially if I create a new character. The prospect of riding all over the game world and rediscovering all those shrines again is not very appealing. Um, so it's nice to be able to call up that other account and say, all right, go stand here. I'll travel to you. Okay, now travel here. Okay, I'll travel to you. Go here. I'll travel to you, and so on. So that if I want to, in a very short space of time, I can unlock all of the shrines in a zone, a DLC, or even a chapter, as long as that other account has them all available to share with my other account. Of course, by the same token, I have to have all the same DLC and all the same chapters available to both accounts in order to do that. But yeah, that part is fine. Okay, let's see. Got some various different weapons, none of which are any that I need to research. Same thing with this armor. So all of this can go ahead and go in there, and same thing with all this jewelry. Now, admittedly, some of this jewelry might potentially fill in a spot in a sticker book, but I'm not worried about it. I would rather build up the skills on another account. Oh, and I have a few pilfered items that I need to turn in. So I'll go see my local fence. Actually, oh, that's right. There is an entrance right around the corner. I don't normally come in this entrance, so let's see if I can remember my way to it.
A divine lives among us. Come and give thanks to him.
Oh, good grief. Is this on the outside? I thought it was inside the town. Oh, yes, it is. It is. Archangel 2761 says, I've been playing just a little over a month and I enjoy it, but I find it hard to make money and to upgrade my bank and backpack. Well, and here, maybe I can show you a couple of things that will help you get started. Whoops, here, let me, first thing, if you want to make money very, very easily, steal. Steal everything that's not nailed down. I'm just about to go see a fence right now, in order to sell my ill-gotten gains.
The wood elves, they brag and boast about their right of theft. Pah! The Khajiit have no need to hide behind such ceremony.
I'm playing a Khajiit, and well, the Khajiit are all about light fingers and finders keepers. It's good to be a Khajiit. Let's see, I think I picked up these. Normally, I only steal items that are valued at 40 gold or more in order to make it worth my while, in order to fence them, but I think I had a daily endeavor to steal a certain amount of things, and that's why you see that I have some of these very cheap items here. But you know what? Here, I will go ahead and add them. Yeah, you can't do that. It's a stolen shipment. Let's see.
The Khajiit are the cleverest thieves in all of Tamriel, make no mistake. As well as the finest fences, of course.
Okay, there we go. So there's a little bit of gold. So you can find things to pilfer all over the place. There is a daily limit as to how many items you can fence per day. As you go throughout the game and you level up your Legerdemain skill, you'll notice that there is a skill here that allows you to increase the number of interactions with the fence each day so that you can sell more and more stolen goods and have a lot more fun. Oh, you know what? And here we can hit one of the other characters. I have a few different characters on this account, and one of the things I like to do is do their various different daily activities. So this is a Stamina Nightblade. Now, if you happen to be an ESO Plus subscriber and you've been gathering crafting materials, probably the easiest way to make gold every day is by doing daily crafting writs. The premise behind the daily crafting writs is the basic story of the game is that the Imperial throne is empty. The Empire ruled all of Tamriel and peace and harmony and all that jazz. And now that the Emperor is gone, the leaders of the three factions each believe that they should be the ones to ascend to the throne and rule all of Tamriel. And of course, well, their opposing faction leaders disagree, and therefore we have civil war. As part of that, that means that the armies of the various factions need to be supplied with weapons, equipment, food, medical supplies, and so they put out these equipment and provisioning crafting writs so that anyone who wants to craft things in order to support the war effort can do so. So you're basically a defense contractor. And so you take your skills and you can sit here and craft all these various different items. Now, if you're not familiar with it, there are various different add-ons that can enhance the game. Notice I'm not having to really click a lot of things here. The writs were all taken off the board for me by an add-on, and they're all being crafted for me by that same add-on as well.
Oh, I hope no one's hurt. This one shudders. Damn it, the beast would do.
It makes it a nice automated process in order to get gold here and there. I don't even have to read the crafting writs. I just kind of click on the button and let this stuff just happen. Oh, until it tells me things like, Joe, your inventory is full. Again, I was like, can't craft things if the inventory is full. Here, let's see. Do I have something to sell?
Potions, brews, and tonics too. Mix it all up and see what happens. Well, why not? You'll never learn anything if you're too scared to try.
This person sounds a little dangerous. Okay, good. I do have some items we're selling. When you see that little gold bag, that means that it is intended to be sold to a vendor. It doesn't really have any use beyond that.
She will surely relish
Oh, shoot. And I'm out of space again. Well, you know what? Here, I can make 2 trips. The amount of gold that you're paid for completing these daily crafting writs varies and is based on the level of your character. So it actually behooves you to have as many level 50s as possible doing daily crafting writs. So here we can see an example. This is a level 20 character, and see how much gold she's getting paid.
I was tired of walking anyway.
So that added a couple of thousand gold. And here, let's see, let me grab this. One extra little enchanting item. Okay, and I need to finish my cooking.
A cure for low spirits.
Now, some players will deride the daily crafting system as being tedious, and it probably is if you don't have this these add-ons. In fact, if you're curious, the add-ons that I'm using in order to do this are Daily Alchemy, Daily Provisioning, and Dolgabon's Lazy Writ Creator. The Lazy Writ Creator does everything except for cooking and for the alchemical stuff. So that's done by a different. Don't worry about these being out of date. Apparently, they haven't come up with new versions yet. So I have my client set to run with out-of-date stuff. As long as it functions, I'm not worried about the timestamp on it. Oh, and speaking of things, I'm ready for some more writing training. Now, normally, if you go to a writing trainer, you have to click through a menu, choose what you want. But ta-da! I just click and train capacity. And this is another add-on. It's called the Lazy Horse Trainer. So it will train you up to maximum on speed, then on capacity, and then finally stamina, which is the same order that I used to always choose to train in myself anyway. So I was really happy when I found it. So let's see, there it is. It's the Lazy Horse Trainer. This is also by Dolgabon, the same fellow who made the Lazy Writ Crafter. Oh, and let's see. I've got the mini map, which is what you see here to the right. The map pins, which show up on the board, along with all the harvest map stuff, which is why we're able to see all of these different crafting items. It gets to be a real mess. So if your PC can't handle having all these overlays, whoa, this dragon is going down. You know what? Maybe we can go get a dragon real quick for some extra XP. Don't die before I get there, dragon. I just want to go and tap you and get some XP. Of course, the dragon will see me and is like, oh, now I'm going to die. I don't want Joe to touch me. Fight on, dragon, fight! Fight like your life depended on it. Don't die yet. Not till I get there. Oh, we still got 22%. Well, here, I can be very leisurely about this. I really hate these ice dragons. Whoops. Uh-oh. Gotta watch out for the ice spikes and the ice barrier. There we go. Ta-da. Oh, what? He still got me. Well, that's all right. I got to loot him. I must have had some kind of dot on me. It looked like, yes, look at this. I got a purple companion restoration staff. So this will come in handy with making my companion into a healer if I want to. Now this comes to the other thing you were asking about. Well, how can I get some money quickly in I almost said World of Warcraft, Elder Scrolls Online. One way to do it would be to sell items like the one that I just got. So let's see, just to give you an example, you know, what I just picked up, let's see, is a companion's restoration staff. So let's see, does anybody else have one of those? Let's see, companion, weapons. Now you'll notice that the regular restoration staffs are not going for very much, but let's see what a purple one goes for. Well, that's assuming they have one. Okay, so the staff that just dropped for me is worth, well, potentially, I mean, this is what they're asking for, 14,999 gold. However, I would find it more useful to use it as a staff myself because I didn't have one. Oh, and that's on the low end. As you can see, there are some where they're going up to 20. It's, you know, people are underbidding each other. So potentially, if you're in a good trading guild, you could sell something like that that just drops for quite a bit. And these various different companion items can potentially drop from any boss throughout the world. So I just got lucky. I went and saw the dragon, and the dragon dropped that staff for me. Let's see. I'm wondering if anyone's fighting the other dragons. Sometimes people get a little lazy and they only want to fight this dragon because of its proximity to the way shrine. These other ones, it's a long path to get up to this guy. You know, you have to get around, and sometimes only a few people show up, and you're beating on them, and then another dragon pops up, and everyone comes through this portal and kills them before you even get around to finishing this one off, and so you feel like you wasted your time. So I have a feeling that most people in the zone are taking a wait and see. Just deconstructing a couple of items to help with her blacksmithing ability. Actually, I probably don't need that either. The banker is a DLC item, but it makes my life a little bit easier, so I went ahead and picked one up. So, here, let's see. I'm just going to pool whatever money she made and just toss it into the bank so it's available on my other characters. So, like I said, you can do daily writs. You can also do, oh, you know what? We should see what the daily endeavors are. Those pay gold as well. I have a lot of Khajiit. They're my favorite race in ESO. Okay, so let's see what those daily endeavors are today. Oh, I guess I did one already. Deconstruct 10 items at a blacksmithing table. So, kill 15 foes with weapon abilities. Excavate 2 antiquities. Oh. This is PvP, but I don't really bother with it. Kill 250 foes with weapon abilities. Looks like they're only giving Seals of Endeavor right now, not gold, unfortunately. I was going to say maybe this was a way to get a little extra gold, but it just depends on what they're giving out at any given time.
The guild has need of you, comrade.
Oh, go away. Daily writs are a surefire way to get things all the time. But like I said, the catch is that it's pretty difficult to do them if you're not an ESO Plus subscriber, because there's a wide range of materials that you need, and storing them gets to be very difficult with just regular bags. Without the craft bag, it can be very painful to do these. Oh, I am missing Jorah. Well, let's see. I forget, is that something I can buy?
Fancy a game of nine shells? No. No, you're much too busy. It's runes you're after, isn't it? Well, take a look.
That's why I'm here, is runes and more runes. Ah, good, good. So he does sell Jorah. Matter of fact, you know what? I'm going to buy multiple, because these will come in handy again. In fact, here, let's go ahead and we'll just buy 100 of them.
There's an urgent task.
The NPCs are real belligerent about trying to get my
Comrade,
characters
a
to go to
word.
work. It's like, come on, isn't there another hero you can bother today? Now, as you can see here, for the daily writ crafting, various different large towns can be used. So you don't have to craft in the same place every time. Each chapter typically will have a large city at which daily writ crafting can be done. Let's see, this character also needs to visit the writing trainer.
Over here, initiate.
You have my word. If the counselor is in Leowin or the surrounding countryside, the Ivory Brigade will find him.
Okay, this particular writing trainer wanders about, so you have to kind of chase him down. Since one of the daily endeavors is to dig up some antiquities, we can see about doing that. I've been trying to work on leveling my antiquity. Well, it's basically scrying and excavation abilities. So, since I originally came to ESO from the World of Warcraft, in WoW they had what they called the archaeology skill, and it was basically just kind of like a waste of time. I did not enjoy it. And so when they came out with Antiquity in ESO, I was like, oh, good grief, it's the same thing, and I didn't mess with it. Well, a friend of mine took me on a tour of his house, which was pretty grandiose, and showed me all the wonderful things that he dug up in the dirt. And I thought, wow, I guess I want to do scrying now. So here, let's see. What can we scry today? Oh, speaking of which, here, let me check. Okay, no new skill points. I was trying to remember whether this character had any. So in the current zone, okay, I can scry this one, but not... Oh, see, the shrine here is the ultimate. Before I can scry an ultimate, I have to be a level 10. I think I'm only level 6 in terms of... or rank 10, I should say, not level. So we use this little scrying tool. It's kind of like... I don't know, this kind of reminds me of Minesweeper. Let's see. It's always fun figuring out where I should put my influence. Generally, the Coalescence has always been my favorite ability. We only have so many moves in order to get everything lined up here. All right, so we still have moves to spare, and they are all linked up. Ah, good. This will even take me to an area that I have not been to before. So here I can just kind of ride north, discover a shrine, see a nice little point of interest, and then another that I don't have already. Maybe pick up a sky shard along the way. Since the Khajiit were always my favorite race, even before Elder Scrolls Online was a thing, I was first introduced to the Khajiit in Elder Scrolls V, Skyrim. I've only played, I think, Elder Scrolls 3 and 5, but I fell in love with the Khajiit instantly. So in ESO, they had an entire chapter elsewhere, which was devoted to the Khajiit, so it's always been my favorite areas is northern and southern elsewhere. Oh, good grief. Very grabby plant. Okay, good. So we got the shrine discovered, picked up the sky shard. Now let's head north and we'll see about discovering those points of interest. Okay, so got that one discovered. It's usually worth a little bit of XP in order to discover new locations. Whoops, almost missed the bridge. Have to be careful. Okay, made our discovery. Now to see if we can find our dig site. I went ahead and put some points into this character's ability to locate dig sites so it'll glow very brightly for us. This is not typical. I mean, you have to put the points into it, but since she is a dedicated scryer, I wanted to make it a little bit easier since she was going to be working on this skill. And since she digs in the dirt, that hence the gear that she's wearing, so she's outfitted with everything she needs in order to dig up antiquities. Well, hopefully. So anywhere within the highlighted area could be our dig site. It could even be above me.
I guess this is a fight now.
Oh, here is our dig site. Excellent. However,
Still here. Thanks for asking.
still have to deal with this thing. Whoops, and that too, apparently. And this little piggy died horribly. No market for you. All right, so here is our dig site. And, well, hopefully my companion here will keep the riffraff off me while I get to work. If I'm attacked while digging, because I'm still visible in the world, it can basically kind of knock me out of here. So I'd like to avoid that. So we start here with the auger in order to try and determine where it is that we're going to dig. That says we're getting warm. We're still warm, so it's over here somewhere. Still warm. When you see the circle there, that means you're on top of it, or at least part of it. So let's try and figure out where it is. Okay, so it doesn't extend this far, well, at least not down to this corner. But it does go down to this one. So whatever it is, it's at least this large, probably. Ta-da! All right, so we already have the shield itself. There is a bonus item in order to be uncovered. So let's see if we can find it. Take my shovel, and there's the bonus item. Now, if you don't have these other tools here, well, you'll have to level up a bit. For a very long time, they make you get by with just the little brush there before you can finally put in some points in order to get the other tools. It can be very tedious and annoying, but you get there eventually. And we received a new lead as a result of this. Now, because this lead is considered harder, notice there's more icons on the board, so we have to make more connections in order to get all of these linked up. So I have to be more strategic in my thinking. see how many spaces it would take, well, how many moves just to reach this one, I'd be consuming 4. I'm trying to figure out ways to minimize the amount of moves it requires in order to get these connected. Yeah, that's still my favorite little tool there to be able to get around the board with. So we already have 4 of 6. So make it 5, and now all the remaining moves can go towards getting this last one. So we have moves to spare. Oh, and we're already in the right area. I don't even have to go anywhere. Okay, where's the dig site? Oh, right over here, as a matter of fact. All right, watch my back, Miri. Now this one's a little rougher. Things are a little deeper. Let's see if we can find it. Now you don't have to start in the lower left-hand corner. I just tend to like to go clockwise. It's just a thing. All right, see how this one is like, nope, you are cold. This is kind of like Marco Polo, you know. Or if you're not familiar with that analogy, sonar would be more, you have a ping here, a ping there, and you see whether or not you get a strong return. All right, so somewhere in here. All right, bingo. Found it. Now, does it go down here? No. So whatever it is, it's going up. Does it come this far over? It does. Oops, out of moves. All right, so this is my clue. I know that it stops here. It extends this far. So my guess is a little area about so. So let's start digging. I like using the shovel because it gets a lot of stuff out of the way very quickly. Okay, now to find the bonus item. Oh, there we go. There's a bonus, but that might not be the only one. Sometimes they'll be close together. I'm not really sure if these will be. Oh, they are close together. In fact, they were right by one another. Okay, so you get a little bit of gold, get a new lead, and a new antiquity. Antiquities can come in the form of gear, items for your house, junk that you sell to vendors, or just flat out gold. Oh, and my scrying went up a level. So if I had some skill points to spend, I'd be able to commit them to scrying. Okay, see, Coalescence is available for upgrade, and so far that's it. Oh, but Farsight can be unlocked. Maybe we should go get a Sky Shard or two. Every 3 Sky Shards equals a skill point. And there are Sky Shards in this zone that I don't have. So might as well go on a little campaign to pick them up.
Let's ride!
Oh, you know what? And while we're here, well, here, I'll take a little trip, a detour through my house. We could also do the daily delve while we're in the zone, which will probably take us to a delve that has a Sky Shard. In fact, I think all the delves do in this zone. So we can get credit for doing a daily quest, the delve quest, pick up the Sky Shard to help with getting a point towards scrying. Although, looking at the clock, this is probably a good spot to end this video here. So, if you're watching on YouTube, you'll just have to catch all of the fun with doing those delves and getting those Sky Shards in the next episode. Join me next time here on Joe's Super Fantabulous PC Gaming Channel, where we'll have more fun in Elder Scrolls Online as I level up my little scrying character and have fun wandering the world and enjoying a little bit of PVE fun. See you next time.